And it's unbelievable that I can appear in things like this. This is so awesome. I'm honored to be around such accomplished individuals. And Jordan. You know, everybody up here has so much in common, and I'm serious about that. Jordan Burroughs is a gold medal winner. Warren Buffett is a gold miner. Coach Osborne frequently uses Gold Bond medicated cream. I should do this with my accent, but I think I left it at the door. I'll do one like I would normally. Jordan, not really a big wrestling fan, but no, I'm not a big wrestling fan. Okay? Anyway, not your kind of wrestling. TV wrestling. It was nice to meet you. But I really feel that if you can bust a chair over somebody's head and cut yourself with a razor blade, that's wrestling. What you do is more of a... You ever seen wrestling?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a gay foreplay. You know? Anyway, that's what my mom said. But then again, what does he know? Your Twitter account says your name is All I See Is Gold. After watching you on the internet one night, you should change it to All I See Is Another Guy's Butt in My Face. It's cool to see Warren here again. I was in Boston. Coach asked me if I'd come do this, and I said, yeah, who's going to be there? I mistook him. I'm sorry. I love Warren, but I thought he said Jimmy Bucket. I'm a little disappointed in that. I took Warren, one time Warren and I actually went cow tipping. I think you might remember that one. I don't think he really understood the concept of cow tipping. He gave a Black Angus $3 million. I'll be honest, I really don't like roasting Warren though. I don't think anybody really wants to piss off a billionaire. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. But I was in Boston last night, and I respect Warren, and I respect Jordan very much. But I was excited to fly in here today to honor a great person. One of the most successfully, highly regarded men of our state. One of the greatest men our state has ever known. But Johnny Carson's dead, so let's talk about Coach Osborne. I gotta tell you, I feel bad for Coach tonight. He had to miss Matlock and Wheel of Fortune to be here. We all appreciate your sacrifice. Coach Osborne is one of Nebraska's national treasures. In Nebraska, Coach, that means you're second to pork. That's right. Tonight we're roasting the other wet meat. How popular is Coach Osborne in the state of Nebraska? I'll tell you right now. Coach can't even drive down the street anymore without somebody yelling, "Hey buddy, your blinker's on." Coach Osborne is one of the greatest college football coaches of all time. He's been an athlete his whole life. In high school, he won the state discus throw and track. Nowadays, he throws a disc trying to put on his pants. Start the car. In his career, Coach Osborne had well over 200 wins, 500 if you count bingo and regular bowel movements. Is he laughing. Tom Osborne was a senior at Hastings High School in 1955. He's a senior today. What I'm trying to say is Father Time hasn't caught him, it's lapped him twice. And let's not forget about Coach Osborne as a wide receiver for the Washington Redskins. All right, let's go ahead and forget that. Coach's life has always revolved around football. He loves it. Matter of fact, him and his wife told me that on their honeymoon that night, he turned out the lights and whispered in her ear, "Okay, ready? On 3. And that was the night he came up with the I formation. The coach has a dark side that for some it's hard to take. That's right, he was a member of Congress. He was a member of Congress in the 3rd District, which sounds very impressive. However, back then there were only 2 districts. They were just trying to make him feel better. As a member of Congress, Coach Osborne fought hard to expand gambling in Nebraska, and it's just a shame we no longer have any teams that can cover the spread. It's a joke.
Hear the ooh across the crowd.
As an athletic director, when he first started, we had some tough times. Thankfully, Coach slept through the majority of Nebraska's tough times. Those days were tough for Coach. He was looking at nervous fans. He was seeing a football program that was slipping. He was looking at nervous fans. He was seeing a football program that was slipping into mediocrity. And worst of all this, he was beginning to notice that every time he sneezed, he'd pee a little. But as always, here we are in 2012, Coach once again has seemed to have called the right place. Once again, we're seeing a program beginning to re-blossom. You know, we could just keep Harvey in his office. No, it's not funny. And in all honesty, I do love Coach Osborne. I really do. And I have so many, like everybody else, I have so many awesome memories from watching my heroes growing up as a little kid in Pawnee City, Nebraska. And I used to only dislike Coach really one time a year. It was after Thanksgiving. He'd always tank another Oklahoma game. To be honest, Thanksgiving was never really a very happy time for me, my friend. I don't want you to take this personal, Coach. We're over it now, but my dad used to get so upset after those games. He would get drunk and beat me as a small child. In 1977, my dad looked at me and he said, "Son, we're going to have a great Thanksgiving this year. Really feel it. Going to buy you a brand new pair of shoes when we win, and a beautiful new winter coat." You see, Coach, we were very poor growing up. My shoes were riddled with holes. My feet had horrible sores from walking with those shoes. My coat was tattered and torn. Back in the 70s, we had some pretty bad winter nights down there, and I had to walk 3/4 of a mile to school every day. Because we didn't have a car because my Father gambled it away on the Thanksgiving Day game 3 years earlier. But I couldn't wait for my new jacket and shoes. My mom was welling with happiness at the sight of the whole family eating turkey dinner and laughing and smiling. Oklahoma won that game. Thanks, Coach. But in all honesty, there's never been anybody sweeter and nicer than Coach Osborne. It seems like he'll always do the right thing. You know, not a lot of people know this, but he was bullied one time. And the folks that saw it say they remember it well. They said this pretty big fourth grader tried to pick a fight with him. But he did the smart thing like he always does, and he jumped in his car and he drove away. Every now and then he'll still go pick up his grandkids, even though that kid threatens to beat him up. You never see Coach on the news crashing motorcycles with a secretary on the back like all that other schools. But the worst thing that ever happened to him was when he got kidney stones from drinking too much cranberry juice at the Chubby Checker concert. Seeing a PG-13 movie is on his bucket list. But in closing, let me just say that I grew up in Pawnee just like everybody else in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Never got to see a game, and I'm being serious here. I didn't even know him. And the first time I ever met him, I felt like he was my grandpa. And I love him to death. Coach. Thanks, Coach. That's